Good day everyone, and welcome to this tutorial. This asset is part of a road system from a famous title that have been released in 2008. The reason I imported it into 3ds Max was to correct some texturing issues. The road system itself is constructed with lots of assets to enrich the scene with environmental variation, which the designer or the studio intend to deliver. After analyzing the topology, I could tell there is no much of optimization has been done. Considering the fact this static object is inside a game that does not support advanced destruction physics. For educational purposes, I will try to fix the topology in a better way that support the game functionality. In the meantime, preserving the current UV map. Something that I would like to avoid manipulating during the edit. Here is some tips that you need to consider while designing for video games. Number 1, unless absolute necessary, do not use long edges. Imagine asking your GPU to draw a line or an edge between 2 points or 2 vertices. The shorter the distance, the faster the task will be completed. Of course, you need to avoid manipulating the main loops. When it comes to real-time rendering, triangles are preferred in video games assets, as triangles are the simplest surface that can be drawn by the GPU. Number 2, a single asset can have multiple materials. Decreasing the number of those materials can significantly increase the loading time of the textures assigned to the 3D model. Number 3, all elements of the 3D object should have one single smoothing group. And according to this, you can weld any overlapped vertices that may exist to preserve the surface integrity or consistency of each element. Number 4, while overlapping vertices, edges, and borders are acceptable in designing for video games, overlapping polygons, faces, and surfaces are not. Some of the highlighted elements are not perfectly optimized, especially the structures above the surface of the road. There are lots of edges and polygons which are consumed to make holes in the surface for these structures. We might need that kind of topology for the ambient occlusion to work correctly. However, for this asset, it is not required, as it is barely noticed. I intend to close these holes, then overlap any bunchy structures above the surface of the road. Notice, I did not snap any vertices or edges to the surface to avoid any intersection between edges and polygons. Also, I raised these bunchy elements a little bit on the Z-axis. This might sound heavy or time-consuming. After all, it is called optimization. Working with polygons can be really time-consuming, especially for those who intend to deliver both quality and quantity.